So right off the bat, I just want to say that I don't think that Keanu Reeves is that bad of an actor generally. He gave some pretty decent performances in stuff like A Scanner Darkly, Devil's Advocate, and Not the Matrix. And don't get me wrong, I love the first two Matrix movies, but his acting in that trilogy is so bad I thought that the twist ending would be that he was a machine the whole time. But I don't even think that was his fault necessarily. All the actors in Wachowski movies are just overtly fucking stoic for some reason. Where the Wachowskis playing a practical joke, did people in the 90s even know how to laugh? All I remember is a bunch of people who look like they wanted to fucking die. But not as much as this director probably wants to strangle Mr. fucking Mnemonic himself.
I want a full restoration. I want it all back.
This is by far the least amount of effort that Keanu Reeves has ever given on screen. I give this performance 3 woes out of 10. In fact, I'm not even sure if this is Keanu Reeves. It might just be 2 midgets in a dress coat who didn't go to acting school. And just like in The Matrix, this movie opens with Johnny Pneumonia getting woken up by the notification from his role-playing chat room. The major difference setting this apart from The Matrix is that made some semblance of sense, maybe. The Matrix is shown to be like a coded program, so it had some plausibility in the real world. But in Johnny Mnemonic, the internet is some kind of gross alternate dimension, and it looks like the city from Blade Runner if you poured fucking soy sauce on the VFX artist's computer. So are the filmmakers so fucking stupid that they think this is what the World Wide Web looks like? The answer is no. But they do think that you're stupid, and you can count on that, baby boy. If you read into what was going on behind the scenes of Johnny Mnemonic, you'll realize pretty quick that the studio must have just wanted to take home a couple Razzies, because holy shit, this movie got fucking raped in editing. I'm talking about some untrained intern being told a month before release that they need to cut the movie down to be more mainstream. Now, I'm not sure what's so mainstream about not knowing what the fuck is happening. I mean, you know it's bad when about 20 minutes into the movie, you've already given up trying to comprehend the plot, and your biggest question is now, is that actually Henry Rollins, or just some guy who's unfortunate enough to look like Henry Rollins?
We have sold out. Don't come see us play. Don't get any of the records.
And then Dolph Lundgren, of all people, shows up and says,
Jesus time.
What kind of a fucking catchphrase is that? And when I say the fucker shows up, I mean he just shows up. He comes into this scene and breaks the arm off of this guy who's dressed like the usher at like a movie theater. And then for the rest of the movie, he's just chasing Keanu Reeves. Up until the part where he gets turned into a fucking skeleton. And isn't this great? We got every dead career you could ever want. We got Dolph Lundgren. We got Ice-T. We got Dolph and Lundgren. Oh, did I forget to mention Jones, the code-cracking, ass-whooping, heroin-addicted Navy dolphin? How isn't this movie like humanity's greatest achievement? He even makes cute-ass dolphin noises. Listen to this. And then we get one last scene where the movie teases that Dolph Lundgren's gonna get back up, which, you know, I think that worked fine in, like, Die Hard. But I mean, Dolph Lundgren is a pile of charred bones. I think he's just done. And then we get to the part we've all been waiting for. The part where you get to read a bunch of names that only represent wasted effort and dead careers. You also get to hear the song No More Love by the band with the best fucking name around, God Lives Underwater. Too bad it's now been shortened to about 1/4 its length. You bastards, that was literally the only reason I watched your shitty fucking movie. Not that the length is even the main problem. I wanted to see it played over like a cool ass chase sequence or something. Not the scrolling white text that everyone skips. Except for fucking me, apparently. Why am I still watching this? So when you really look at it, Johnny Mnemonic is a movie that just shouldn't have sucked. I honestly think that about 90% of the problems in the movie stem from the lousy editing job. I mean, yeah, there's a fuck ton of things you could pick apart in this movie. I should know. I've had to watch it 6 times so far to make this fucking video. Like, you know, I've already mentioned the acting, but even that's pretty harmless overall. I don't know what it is, but anytime that Keanu Reeves gives like a really bad performance, it never really seems to actually affect the movie in any way. He just comes across as like white noise in the background of every scene. It's really bizarre when you think about it. Like, I fucking love Speed. I even own the soundtrack for some reason, but I can't remember a goddamn word that Keanu Reeves says in that fucking movie. So I guess what I'm saying is, if I look at the poster for Speed, a movie I watched about 10 times a day as a child, and I end up asking myself, wait, Keanu Reeves was in that movie? Where the fuck is he? Is that him right there? Then I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter how bad his acting was in it. But even then, I can't put all the blame on the editing. Like, I even ended up seeing the Japanese extended cut, a much better version of the movie with completely different editing. And even that I can only call like maybe an okay movie. Not to mention that this version has really fucking bad stock sound effects that it uses. It's almost as bad as fucking Digipulk. But the real tragedy of Johnny Mnemonic is not the acting or the editing or that scene where Ice-T looks like my MS Paint art. No, the worst thing a bad movie can do is get good in the public eye, specifically Twitter. Like, what the fuck, guys? No, it's not good. Shut your trap, quit defending crap. I mean, I'll give a bad movie props here and there, sure. But to say this movie was actually genius? Now that's fucking lunacy. To rebalance the scale and bring peace to the Jedi Order, you should all tweet at William Gibson and say, hey you fucker, your movie is ass butter. Speaking of ass, wanna fuck mine? Dad ought to teach him. Nah, don't bother him, he seems like a cool guy. But you know who's not a cool guy? Me, cause I'm dead in the ditch. So I'll see ya after another 5 months of nothing, followed by 5 minutes of worse than nothing. According to my friend Justin, they have Johnny Mnemonic pinball in there, and we're gonna go check it out. Come on. Isn't it ironic it's shaped like a coffin?
You're gonna have to edit all this.
Yeah, I know.
Alright.
Bullshooter. Bullshit.
This is a math problem? Why is this the X there?
You have to solve for X. You find the fat man at the X. You have to click and drag.
It's like connect the dots.